Good morning. We've just left the town of Garmisch-Partenkirchen and just come to a little village called Greinau, where the Zugspitze cable car departing point is. We're going to walk around the beautiful blue lake today called Eibsee, Lake Eibsee. We've been here previously when we came in 2019. It was the peak of summer though, so it might have looked a bit better then, but currently behind us you may just sort of see the snow-capped mountains there, a bit of cloud there, but we've had a little bit of snow high up overnight, so that's going to look quite impressive once this cloud burns off. There was a little sign, little marker sign just at the car park, which you'll have just seen. It's saying 45 minutes to the Zugspitze barn and 50 minutes to Eibsee, so that's how close they are. We think this is going to be one of our last couple of days now in Bavaria. We're heading towards Mittenwald later this evening or this afternoon. I've got a two-lake walk to do tomorrow, which I've got planned. I think it's about 8 miles, taking in two lakes. Meant to be quite an accessible path, really easy to follow. So after that, it's a case of heading to Austria. We're going to make some headway towards Innsbruck. Probably have another couple of nights in Bavaria, and then we're going to move on and take in what Austria's got to offer. Been trekked to some awesome views already. About a 10-minute walk from the car park. But Zugspitze and Alpspitze just in the background there. We're going to head to where the cable car is. We used it last time. I think it was about €85 for a trip, but definitely worth going up there. We're not going to do that today though, with us doing it before. We're just going to take a walk around Eibsee. And just have a nice sort of bimbly day really today. We did a big hike the day before yesterday up bank. Caught us off guard a bit by just how unfit we are and how sort of much uphill there was. So it's all kind of part of us getting fitter now. We've just been having a discussion about the fact we've been here for 2 weeks, basically 2 weeks tomorrow in Germany, and we've not seen one English vehicle or one English car at any point, even though we've been to busy cities and like Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Almost got to the cable car location and there was a black VW Transporter just drove by. Right-handed drive, so that's our first British person we've seen for 2 weeks.
Look at him go with his little selfie stick. I spy on you. The amount of miles today that you've done going backwards and forwards for that bloody selfie stick thing.
Uber fit, you see.
Would have been nice if we had the gimbal.
Yeah, that is my fault. I left that at home on the cupboard, on the shelf at home. They've been perfect. I've been trying to get a view of these, like the mountains as we're walking past, but it'd have followed us lovely with the auto track. But unfortunately, I've had to do my little cheap selfie stick off Amazon. Does the job there.
Yeah.
This mountain just in front of us is Zugspitze. We're just coming up to the area now where the cable car goes up. It's got like a little base station with a little cafe. I think there's parking there as well. We parked in a little free parking area because we're tight Yorkshire folk. Cracking little bit of time in here. We've just got to the Eibsee cable car station and there's one just coming down now, so you might or might not just catch this just behind me. I don't know if you can actually see it somewhere in the darkness. This is the area where the Zugspitze barn goes from. You might just see the cable cars. There's a little pillar there which kind of is the halfway point, and then after that it's just one free ascent all the way up to the summit, which is still there in the cloud. Just got our first views now of Eibsee. Just sort of come through the Zugspitze resort area in the cable car. You can see there's some snow-capped mountains behind us, so we're just about to start the footpath around this lake. I think it's due to take about 1.5 hours, 2 hours, something like that, so just hope this rain keeps off because it's a little bit forecast. As I was saying earlier, you might just make out the bluey green colour of this lake here, even though it's not so, it was a lot bluer last time, but this is still obviously visible. But yeah, this is perfect, this is beautiful. I know during the summer season you can hire rowing boats and kayaks and things like that, have a swim. I think there's certain areas where there is a swim area towards the other side of the lake. Eibsee is everything we kind of remember it being. Crystal blue waters, lovely mountainous areas, forest, trees. What do you think, Lee?
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? We've been here a few years ago. Well, I've got a memory like a sieve anyway, but it's yeah, far exceeds my rememberations.
Yeah, rememberations, that's a new word. Get that in the dictionary. Rememberations, copyright. Found our way now to this little shoreline, just walking along the side of the Eibsee. So lovely snow-capped mountains everywhere, crystal clear waters, really beautiful views. It's the kids' holidays still in Germany at the moment, but considering this is a touristy area and a touristy place, this is really quiet when you compare the likes of the Lake District, the Peak District, Snowdon in the UK. It's a lot more sort of, I dare say, organised. I've seen a few images on social media, Facebook, about how busy it was in the lakes and stuff at the bank holidays, and it's just, there's none of that here. Everything's perfect, easy to get parked, organised. We're almost at the end of the walk around Eibsee Lake now. You just see the main mountains behind us this way with the lovely blue waters. So we're going to make our way back to the van, get a drink and try and head on towards Mittenwald for tonight's park up.
Mr. Enthusiasm strikes again.
Just realised how unenthusiastic I sound. It's just I've got a naturally dreary voice.
No, you haven't.
I do. That last bit of footage.
We're gonna go to
You
Mittenwald.
won't think I was excited. I am though. It's just my face didn't shake because I can't smile apparently.
You should be you can, that was a nice smile. Do your toothy one.
No.
Go on. It don't go off at the sides, does it? That looks a bit more go up.
We're not a million miles away from the van now. We've just completed the round the lake walk of Lake Eibsee. It's been a spectacular, really nice day. It started to rain this morning but brightened up and had a bit of sun. Got a bit cloudy now. But yeah, we're about 25 minutes away from the van. We'll go back, get a drink, get something to eat maybe.
You need the drink.
This one's really thirsty. I said to her earlier, why don't you bring a drink with you? And she didn't, and now she's complained all the way that she's been thirsty.
Do you know when your lips get that, like, there's no, like, slathering them? It starts sticking to, I can't even get my words out. I'm so dehydrated.
You're just so dehydrated, so parched. Okay. Probably can't really see it very well, but there's a little cogwheel train just through the trees there, which takes you up to the Zugspitze and actually goes into the mountain from the summit. We got the cable car up and got the cogwheel train down, and it's all hollowed out in little caves, and it's a real good little view, really scenic view. It's been a nice walk though, been about 3 hours I think today, about 7.5 miles from where we park, which is pretty sort of what we usually do, maybe a little bit more, but depending on where we park up or what we do on the way to our park up, we may have a little wander around too. As I said earlier, we're going to head towards Mittenwald. There is a Stellplatz in the centre of the town, but we may have to use that because there's not actually a lot of free park ups anywhere around on Park for Night or anything like in that area, so we may just take the hit and do that. I think it's €15 for 24 hours, which to be fair, it works in our favour. If we get there about 4 o'clock, it covers us for tomorrow's parking as well, because we'll be back to the van by that time anyway. Are you still thirsty?
So thirsty.
So thirsty.
So thirsty.
How thirsty are you?
I'm dehydrated, I can't even see you. You're a blur. You're a specky little blur to me. I'm that dehydrated. Oh, I did have a wobble. I am that. I am thirsty.
What's up, Nana?
It's happened again.
Tell the viewers what's happened again.
I pulled my bum again.
You pulled the bum again. She had a day's rest yesterday from the rain. Pulled the bum up the bank, or coming down the bank, and she's pulled the bum coming down this little path here as well.
Up and down Blencathra as well.
So yeah, so she's apparently, one of Leah's regular things is arse cramp, which...
I don't know if it's... It probably is cramp because I'm that bloody dehydrated. That's what it is. Because I had a pretzel this morning, I had a cheese pretzel.
Oh, they're delicious.
They are delicious, but word of warning, ladies and gents, do not have one, and then don't take a bottle of water on an 8-mile walk. Not good.
Lesson learned.
You'll get arse cramp.
Every day I'm shuffling. Give me the middle finger again. This is getting too regular, you know. Not that type of channel.
The regular is him taking the mick out of a ailed individual. His fiancée who claims to love
A
unconditionally.
frail fiance. Geriatric fiance.
I'm gonna punch you. I'm only 34. Last time I was here,
Don't think so.
it was my 30th birthday when we was at Zugspitze. That was only 4 years ago and I've got a bad foot, bad knee, bad bum apparently. My sinuses are a bit loose.
Oh,
And I'm dehydrated.
put it down now, shall I? Hello.
Hello.
My microphone.
My God. Do you know, since he's woke up this morning, literally everything he's touched is dropped. It banged. Before you even got out of bed, you banged your head on the ceiling, didn't you? Granted, it's easy because it's really low, but it's not like when I had the van 2 years now. Then you dropped. Oh, you was window vacuuming. The top of the window vac pinged off and water went everywhere. Yesterday, you was cleaning your teeth, weren't you? And
Copyright. In my defence, the window vac is half broken anyway, so.
Onyx keeps dropping everything. The same with the jet boil. The ignition's. Point proven.
Oh, mine got.
Oh, it is. It's painful.
Let's go get the
Absolutely
Sangha
painful. Yeah.
Go get some food.
Where's the baguette? Yeah.
We're in the town of Mittenwald. You probably just see the size of the mountains behind us. That basically is our garden for the night with a camper. We're parked in a little Stellplatz. It's €15 for the night, with including electric. There's toilet disposal, but that is what we can see out the side of the front of the van. So yeah, it's not a bad night at all.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're just having a little wander into the centre of Mittenwald. It's only about a 6-minute walk from where we're actually parked up, which is really handy. Give us a chance to figure out our 2-lake walk for tomorrow, where the starting point is and where we're heading. So yeah, we've sussed that out. But yeah, these views are everywhere. We just started getting into the centre now, but there's just mountains dotted about all over, proper Bavarian timber buildings. This is just really nice. Like, say this is what we're seeing behind us currently. I'll show you better the other way. As views go from the town centre, this has got to be right up there with anywhere in the world. That view is better there. Hi Leah. The magpie's at it again.
The excitement's unreal.
Just looking at all the jewellery. Making our way back from a little walk in the town centre now, just at the little Stellplatz where we are for the evening. This is basically what it is. It's just like a big concrete area where you can park all your vans. Again, ours is the smallest one by far. A lot of these big ones won't be able to get to some of the places we do, especially the more mountainous region. There's this train station just over there in the background. We've had a couple of trains go by, but once we're in the van you can't hear them at all. But just to give you a little idea of what I mean about the size of our van, I'll show you this now. So yeah, kind of thing I was just mentioning about the size of the van. Ours is the third one, the little black Transit. There you go. Absolutely dwarfed by all the others. He's little our Bruce, but he gets us everywhere we want him to get us, so we can't really grumble. Woken up this morning, our little park up at Mittenwald, just up the road from the train station. We're just about to do a little walk this morning, about a 6-mile walk, taking in the 2 lakes, Lautersee and Felchensee, I think. I'll put them names in just in case I'm incorrect, so I probably am. We woke up about 10 to 8 this morning, 20 to 8, and it was 8 degrees in the back of the van. It doesn't feel like it's much warmer out here, so we're expecting quite a chilly day today.
Certainly not a bad backdrop to be walking to in the morning,
nice,
is it?
I've got warm now, but we've gone up this almost vertical path. First thing, 5 minutes from the van, like that uphill, so it's waking me up. The last 10-15 minutes of the walk have been all uphill from the town, almost straight away, but we're getting good views now. Obviously probably the town of Mittelmoor behind us and open up to the mountains just behind. It's a lot cloudier today, it's forecast to be that all day, no rain, so hopefully when we get to this first lake, Lautersee, we should be able to have a wander around and have a good look. One good thing we're noticing about this path is these little markers here, little red and white markers say number 828, and that is the path number we follow. So what you'll probably find is, or what you do find is, every sort of 300-400 yards along the path there's a little marker just to let you know you're on the same route you started on. Probably a good idea. We've said a lot of the time in like the Lake District, when people call out mountain rescue and they say people have like been lost and didn't quite know the way, there seems to be in Britain like an aversion to having signs. Now in my opinion, having these little markers every so often ain't going to damage the environment. It's surely got to help mountain rescue with the sort of simpler rescue you'd say, with people getting lost. And to be fair, they're not really like an eyesore. They blend in well with the surroundings. You can barely tell they're there until you're on top of them. I think that's something we should maybe look into doing in Britain. This little area we're going to now has just been signposted just ever so slightly off the path. It's just saying it's a stone garden viewpoint. Like a lot of these areas, and I've noticed a lot of the stones have little markers on them, sort of explaining what the stones are, where they've come from. Some are from the Dolomites. It's like a little stone circle, but these views are beautiful. Yeah, not a bad life at all. Just going by what I was saying, you can just see that little signpost there. That is the little marker situation of where we are on the path. I don't think that's too intrusive at all, and I think that's probably a good sort of idea for us to have in the Lake District and in Britain. Lee's just seen a little black squirrel. I don't know if you've ever seen these before. I'll catch you up. There he is. Noticed a few of these, especially when we was in Seefeld in Tyrol in Austria. When we was in Seefeld in Tyrol last year, we noticed, we had a little walk and we noticed a lot of these little black squirrels. Leah's obviously trying to stalk him now, but yeah, they're quite common around these parts, and the ones we saw last year were really friendly. There was people feeding them out the hands, and there was people the squirrels were running all over. There must have been 8 or 9 of them. I can't say I've ever seen any anywhere besides in Austria. I know we're in Germany, but we are right on the border. I looked last night and we were literally a 5-minute drive from the Austrian border, so maybe they've I don't know, maybe they've emigrated. This might explain why there is so many squirrels around these parts, or there's just squirrel feeders everywhere around there. I think Leah's just seen another one, so I'm not going to go because she chowed at me for disturbing the last one. But yeah, there's you see just little like squirrel feeders here, there, everywhere, all empty. I'll tell she's just seen one. She's on the stalk. Here she is, look, Leah Attenborough. Again, just stalking the tree. She's going to get too close like she always does, and it's definitely going to run off. This is the viewpoint of the first lake of the day. This is Lautersee. I've just seen a little information pipe behind me here, just explaining how all of this was formed from the glaciers, which melted in that area and have flowed down here into this bowl. And then because it's low lying, it's kind of laid there. So that's a very nice view spot. Took us about probably an hour from the town of Mittenwald to get there. And now our next spot, we're on to Ferchensee. We've noticed a lot of these little like memorials and things around all over Germany. You just see there's like, you'll be in the middle of nowhere like we are, and there's just a little like tran basically about people down there. I don't understand any of it because it's in German. She's over there taking pictures of bees. Would you look at that? What is going on there, look? You might have noticed a lot of the time in this video I seem to have had numerous jacket changes because the weather can't make up its bloody mind. One minute it's warm, the next it's blowing a gale, it's hot, it's cold, and I just can't seem to get right today. But the good news for us is that just ahead of us now is the second lake of the day, Eibsee. We're a couple of minute walk from there now, but it's just sort of coming into view through these trees, and you can just make out like the very blue waters of it. Just another one of these little shrine things I mentioned earlier. See, all over Bavaria, everywhere you go, whether you just be in the middle of nowhere and there'll be a little shrine related to somebody. Earlier in the video you will have seen the big shrine we saw as well.
Well, another one bites the dust.
Another selfie stick in two. I've only had it out about 4 days, and some little gold bits fell out of it. I don't quite know what, I think it goes in there like such. I don't actually know what the hell's going on. Brock anyway. Yeah, as we said, this clumsiness of me strikes again. Yep.
Believe you'll be as we have a look at the
I've buggered it. Oh, it's fell in there now.
What?
Little pieces fell in there, look. I don't know where it's supposed to go. Stop filming me in my time of need.
Saying there was a picture of you on that selfie stick and it's never at your bloody hand.
It was only yesterday. No.
That's good.
If I tape that up there, that might way. It was only yesterday I was actually saying about my cheap Amazon selfie stick, and it's just proven exactly why I bought two.
And forgot to bring your 130 quid.
I think a bit of electrical tape around there and that's good as new, that.
Suspicious.
Broken bit, that might work. That will, aha! Just to extend the broken bit. Bit wobbly, but I'm videoing myself as well. Oops, outtake. After that little hiccup with the selfie stick, we are at the lake now of Eibsee. There's a lovely little circular path all the way around this, taking us back to the first lake you'll have seen, which was loud to see. You'll probably make it out how green it is here actually. It's really nice, surrounded by these views of the mountains. We're going to have a walk around that and head our way back to Lautersee. We're going to go via Lanetal waterfalls back into Mittenwald, and then I think what we're going to do is work out our plans for the next few days, because we're still unsure. I was initially going to go to Austria tomorrow or today, but we're thinking we might head towards Berchtesgaden in Bavaria and have a few more days in Bavaria and then Germany, because to be honest we're really enjoying it. We've been to Austria a couple of times before, and although we do enjoy it, we're really enjoying this, so we're thinking we may spend a bit more time here. What's going on here then?
Taking a view.
Why?
Appreciating the view. A view with a view. A view with a view. It is though, isn't it, that?
Let's have a look. Ah, she's right, it's a lassie. It's not a bad view at all in that. Again, more of these. They definitely look like, well I say the shrines, but it's like basically a sort of, I would have said like a headstone. I'm not so sure, because they just, I can't imagine they buried people there, but they're just so like intricate and so sort of, in some ways, I mean it looks like he's gone in the war in 1943, so I'd imagine that that is probably like a war memorial, but aren't they nice? We're almost back down into the town of Mittenwald now. We've done our hike, we're just passing this little stream, following our way down to the town. There's a little waterfall called the Lanetal, oh sorry, just tripped over. There's a little waterfall called the Lanetal waterfall that we're going to head to now. Been strolling down the path back towards Mittenwald, and we've just seen this little, it's like plaque here with the Madonna, something else, and there's like a little image of a Madonna here. And then Leah's just looked up into the mountainside, and I'll show you what we can see. Just up there is like what is in this image in that hole there. You won't see it very well, so I'll put a few of these images in there, but that's quite creepy.
Dan's delicious delicacies.
You haven't tried it yet.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to do, since we're in Germany, schnitzel with potatoes and a mushroom sauce to go with it as an accompaniment. Yeah.
That's the wrong accent.
It's my accent, so whatever. Just dicing my spuds up. I mean, being the clumsiest man in the world, I'm surprised I've kept my fingers all this time. Tonight's tea, XXL schnitzel. How very German with my schnitzel. The schnitzel. My schnitzel. Some serious schnitzel action. To say, for a small thingy, that is a good Bavaria meal.